Welcome everyone to Sudbury Talks with Gwen Price. And in honor of Women's History Month, I thought I would celebrate women in business. So I'm very happy to have with me today Laurie Johnson, and she's the owner of Cachou Company. Hi, Laurie.
Hi, Gwen.
We've been friends for a long time, and
long time.
And I definitely love what you're doing now. Well, not that I'd want to do it because it's not on my wheelhouse, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about your new business.
Well, I started Cachou Company boarding dogs. It was a year ago, December. So the whole concept is kennel-free, cage-free boarding. So when people are traveling or need to have their pets out of the house for the day, they can come here and hang out with the dog squad, I call them.
Well, I've watched your videos, and I don't know how you do it because it's something I couldn't do. That I can barely manage one dog, but it's so nice for them to have that different type of environment because there are fur babies. We don't like putting them in cages. Right?
Yeah, that's right. And, typically when you're boarding them, they get put in a cage most of the time, right? And they're let out for some playtime if you're, you sometimes, or bathroom breaks only, and then they're back in a cage the whole time. And I used to do it when I had Rocky and Jasper, the little dogs. Stopped when I had Buddy, my big old Buddy guy. But yeah, this is something I've always, I've been around animals forever, volunteering and fostering and rescuing, and looking for a way to monetize it, a way to make it a business. And so here I am.
Yeah. So typically how many dogs? Well, do you do cats too?
Yep, I do have, I have a cat here right now, Beebs. She's a regular customer. I mostly, when I was still in town, done drop-in visits and taking care of cats in their own home. But now that I'm just east of Wahnapitae, it's difficult to do that. It's not feasible to drive into town twice a day to feed and take care of cats. So I've had a few that have, especially if people going on vacation, they're going to be here anywhere from 7 to 10 days. So they do bring them out here.
Yeah, I mean, cats are a bit more self-sufficient, I guess, than dogs, but still, for that length of time, it's
they need more. They need more love and care than a half an hour visit twice a day. They do much better around people all the time, generally.
Yeah.
So I've had a few that come out here and stay the whole time, and it goes well, much better.
Yeah. So do the dogs all get along with each other, or that's part of your skill is but dogs
apparently. I've had no issues. We do slow introductions if we need to, if they're flight risk or they're super nervous and they hang out with me in my own living space, at least initially, and they'll go downstairs with the crew a little bit at a time until you see their tail wagging and they're curious, they want to see what's going on, they want to be with the others, so away we go.
Yeah. And where
most
you
of them want to be in and playing with the others. I haven't had any situations or scenarios where somebody's had to be separate.
Well, sometimes it's the owner is the problem more than the dog, right?
Yeah.
True.
It usually is a people problem, not dogs at all.
The dogs, they sniff each other, they get used to each other, and away they go. They want to play.
Yeah. And I do have the ability to separate them if I need to.
Okay.
And, separate rooms or baby gates so that they can still see what's going on. They're not enclosed and isolated. They're, if they, like I said, if they are shy and they need special care, then they're in my living space with me.
But what about aggressive dogs? How do you handle that?
Haven't had that situation, but again, I would just separate them.
Yeah.
I have separate rooms I can use, or just keep one upstairs or whatever, but
same with the little big dog size sort of thing.
Yeah,
too.
Same thing. Keep the little ones upstairs. They do go down obviously and play in the yard and be able to run. And you probably saw my video last week with Ralphie, the little French bulldog.
Oh yeah,
He's right in there, right in the mix with all the big guys.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And you do have a first aid
Yeah, it's
accreditation?
Walks and Wags Pet First Aid. I have done some training to be an instructor for that, but just one thing at a time here, just trying to get established and get this place finished and going. And I'm also fear-free certified.
Fear-free, what's that all about?
It's just how to handle them and approach them so that it minimizes or eliminates their fear and anxiety.
Oh, okay.
Some
Okay.
training related to that. And that was part of working at the clinic in Espanola. I started it there, but I've kept it going for myself and my anybody. I do have 2 girls that work for me when I need some time off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would never have a day off.
Yeah, I know what that's like. Yeah.
And that
It's
has happened.
24/7.
Yeah, I think last year my first day off was in July.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's good that you got some support.
Yeah.
And do you have to handle medication for some of them too?
Yep.
Is that part
Yeah.
of the whole
There's
thing?
one cat that comes here for regular boarding has some medications. I've had thyroid issues, diabetics, you name it.
Oh my God. It's hard enough in the people world, let alone the animal world, right? Because they can't really tell you what's going on, but
Yeah. Well, it comes prescribed, right? So I know that this one needs this pill morning and night with food. This one has to be without food. Insulin obviously is an insulin shot, so we do that. And
well,
just working at Pet Save and rescues and volunteering, I've done many medications, and
yeah.
it's not an issue.
Well, yeah, I know your volunteerism with Pet Save. I mean, you've gone way to heck up and north and rescue dogs. And I mean, you're one of the bravest women I know.
Well, I have gone into some situations. That's true. Yep.
Yeah.
And long distances and whatever, but
yeah, for sure.
I can't not do it. And I've had people come in here in the basement when there's like in the lower level here where there's been a lot of dogs, and they're like, this is amazing. You're crazy, but this is
I know, it's like I say, it's absolutely something I can't do for sure. And you're now where you're situated, you're on, I mean, you're in Wahnapitae. How far from Sudbury would that be? 10, 15 minutes from?
It's about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on where you're coming from. From downtown, it's 30 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm basically, it's an area known as Stinson. So just east of Wahnapitae, go past SUDBURY Drive and Stinson Hydro Road. And technically I'm in Marksday, Warren, but my address is Wahnapitae.
Not any confusion there, right?
No. So, and I tell people, like, you'll see the Marksday, Warren billboard sign coming out here, but I'm just like not even a kilometer past that on the highway, right on the highway.
And you're on a couple of acres, or how big's your property?
Yep, there's a couple of acres here, but it backs onto Crown land. So there's unlimited space back there for trails and walks and exploring. And
which you're really good with the walks, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Dogs love
the
that.
reason I'm here is because to legally do this, basically I have a kennel facility. I had to have rural zoning. So we were on the hunt, my realtor and I.
Maybe no names. Yeah,
to find me a rural property, and we did.
Yeah, I mean, because that's tricky in town to find something, so you will be on the outskirts, right, to have that zoning. Yeah, I mean, and it's important for the dogs to be able to run free, and neighbors are always a little hesitant if that's like in a built-up subdivision, right, to have dogs barking and have a bunch of them just over the fence from you. So it's good when you're out in the country.
Yeah.
So what are your plans what's your vision to extend all that, or what do you?
Well, right now it's my home, and the lower level is set up just for the dogs. There's a heated floor down there, and they have a walkout to a fenced area. For this winter is just no fence, and that's okay. So that my plan for this summer, this spring, once snow goes away, is to put up more fencing, different fenced areas, and basically what I'm building here is a pet resort.
Yeah.
So trails, ponds, fenced areas.
Yeah.
So anybody can come out, walk the trails. So yeah, establish a trail system, get some fenced areas up, so different kinds of dogs, little dogs, big dogs. If there's if I do end up with an aggressive dog, well, then I can still accommodate them, but everybody's safe. They're in a safe area. Others are safe. You know, of course, you know, I have Finnegan,
Yeah. Yeah.
my guy. So he is
They're
never
black.
off leash because he needs to
Yeah.
be off leash, but safe.
Yeah.
He runs around here in the backyard, and sure, he bumps into the fence, but he gets his playtime and exercise in.
And he was one of two dogs that you have that were from Egypt, the streets
Yep.
of Egypt.
Yeah, they're both Golden Rescue, and
Yeah.
a Digger first. Nothing wrong with Digger. He's pure Golden Retriever. He just came from Egypt out of the mate trade in the streets of Cairo. And then they had asked, I had inquired about another dog that had some mobility challenges and health issues, but somebody else had already been approved to adopt her. So then they asked if I'd consider either a blind or a three-legged dog that needed some extra care. And I said, of course. So
Yeah.
I got Finn. He is 100% blind.
And he's an amazing dog. Both of them are. Both Digger and Finn are amazing dogs I've had the pleasure of interacting with.
Yeah, you've helped me out a couple of times taking care of him. Both of them, actually.
Yeah, no, they're pretty considering the life they came from. It's amazing that dogs are, I mean, animals in general are just so forgiving of their past history, right? It's amazing how they still have so much love left in them, considering that they didn't receive very much.
Right. And I will never really know what they've been through and what their history is. You can see pictures of the rescue online. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Some of the situations the dogs are taken out of.
Yeah, well, that's wonderful.
Yeah, anyway.
So here they are living in Canada, living the life in Canada.
Living the life, and yeah. So dogs are my life, and I built a business and a love of them around that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and if somebody wants more information, or how did they get a hold of you, Laurie?
Well, there's my Cachou Company Facebook page and Instagram. That's Zeus dropping a bone on my lap.
He wants attention. It's like toddlers. You get on the phone and they want your attention.
Yeah. And my email is sudburypetsitter@gmail.com.
sudburypetsitter@gmail.com. Okay, so I'm going to put all these links on here too for you. And yeah, so that's the best way, the email, or is there a phone number?
My phone number is 249-878-0967.
878-0967. Okay. Yeah, so you're in Stinson. Yeah, so I'll put those links on there in your page and that, and because I think it's a fabulous thing, and it's so important, the socialization of dogs for sure, and cats for that matter. But it's wonderful that they can go out there and just have fun. Well, their owners are having fun somewhere else, or maybe at work, if that's fun. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's different. Usually it's for vacation. Sometimes it's because they have to go to Toronto or somewhere for a medical procedure.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's because their house is listed for sale and they just need the dog out of the house for the day while showings are happening.
Well, because it's stressful. I mean, as a realtor, I could tell you all the time I see dogs in kennels, and sometimes they're there all day because the owner's gone, to work, and the house is for sale, and it's a stressful environment because here all these strangers are coming in and out of the house, right?
Yeah,
it's a very good service that you offer for that too.
And then moving day happens too, so either moving out or moving in, I've had them come for that.
Yeah, that's a good
Because the
idea.
door's open all day, you don't need them making
Yeah.
a run for it.
Yeah,
Or the stress of what's going on. And so then once you're there and settled a little bit, I can
Yeah.
either bring them to you or whatever. And,
he wants your attention. We better wind this up. Oh, another.
yeah.
Oh, that's great, though. That's a wonderful environment for them. So I'm happy to feature you for this month of March and Women in Business, and it's a great
Yeah.
service that you offer for sure.
Awesome. Thank you. I, like I said, in the spring, I'm hoping to build outbuildings and get the trails established and get better fencing up. And there's a lot of work to do still, but
Well, if anybody can do it, it's you, Laurie. You're not afraid to tackle things.
yeah, that is probably true.
There's days you don't want to tackle it all, but you get it done.
Still working on the house, but my focus this year is the yard and the facilities, I guess you'd call it.
Well, the dogs and cats don't care. They don't care if the drywall's finished or not or whatever. They just want to have fun. So
yeah, and so far the people have been great. They're just happy that their pets are in a safe place. They don't have to worry about it, and they're not locked in the cage the whole time.
Yeah,
so,
no, for sure. Because, well, you know, from dog rescue, it's a horrible thing when a dog is tied up all day and has no interaction with anybody or anything. So it's a wonderful thing. We care very much about our pets. So it's a great idea. Thank you, Laurie. Great talking to you.
Gwen, you're one of my best supporters and always have been. So thank you.
Well, right back at you. Thank you. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.